Fascinating question here from our buddy Peter. His highest calling in life, he's decided, is to join the military. He feels this deep calling towards military service. He lives in Australia, and that is what he wants to do. He's made up his mind. The problem now is that he's madly in love with a woman. He has a girlfriend, they're deeply in love. He wants to be with her. He wants to share loving experiences with her and continue to snuggle and cuddle and kiss and stuff. But can't do that when you go into the military, because now you're geographically separated, of course, and you're up to something else. It's very difficult to do the same both at the same time. So he's caught between a rock and a hard place. Do I follow my deepest purpose in life, which is to join the military, or do I hang out? This is my woman, right? Women, they're always getting in our freaking way. I'll answer her back. Or does he follow his inclination towards loving feelings towards his woman, right? Definitely one of the toughest questions, one of the most difficult things to deal with, and I've been there. But instead of me giving you some insight based on my experience, because that's what I always do, I decided that I'll read a book from a passage from a part of this book, right? Published author, far more respectable than a fucking YouTube ranter, right, like myself. I'm sure you guys will argue with that. But anyway, David Deed is an excellent resource. All of you should be reading this book, The Way of the Superior Man. But anyway, there's a part in this there's a chapter in this book that he calls "She Doesn't Really Want to Be Number One." David Deed is an interesting dude. He studied the very ancient tantric traditions of sexuality, and those ideas are so old that they strike to the root of what it is to be male and female without all the political associations. Whether or not your ideas are politically correct didn't matter 5,000 years ago, or however long ago that those texts were written. So he's an expert in those ancient traditions, and if you want to get to the root of male and female energy, sexuality, then those are the books you're going to want to read, or you just study a guy like David Deed, who's an expert in it. Anyway, I'm just going to read this quick paragraph and send you on your way, bro, because the answer is simple, but definitely not easy. So here we go. A woman sometimes seems to want to be the most important thing in her man's life. However, if she is the most important thing, then she feels her man has made her the number one priority and is not fully dedicated or directed to divine growth and service. She will feel her man's dependence on her for happiness, and this will make her feel smothered by his neediness and clinging. A woman really wants her man to be totally dedicated to his highest purpose, and also to love her fully. Although she would never admit it, she wants to feel that her man would be willing to sacrifice their relationship for the sake of his highest purpose. Wow! Most people, especially women, would argue with that one. But feelings are very different than ideas. And the idea would be, no, absolutely not. I don't want you to sacrifice our relationship. I've been married for many years, and my wife understands that. That's why, she gets the mute when I'm busy fulfilling my highest purpose. And now, of course, that's not me leaving, but she's of the understanding that my highest purpose is the reason why everything works the way it works. And because she's allowed that in me, and because she sees my dedication towards it, this whole fucking thing works. You've got to go ahead and fulfill your highest purpose. Not only will that satisfy the desire in you, but she will love you more. Better yet, she will respect you more if you lead your life in that particular way. Do what you have to do, bro, and she will be there. If she's not, then she wasn't really yours to begin with.